All right, everybody, from your left to right, we have Theo Rothstein, James Fort, and head coach Kevin Schlagel. Coach, if you could, just give us an opening statement.
I thought it was a very well-played game on our part. I don't know how Metro felt about the way they played, but I was really happy with the way that we played, especially that first half. We didn't feel like we could get out and run with them because of their athletes. We felt like we had to, take the opportunities when it was there and try to just slow it down, try to break it down a little bit. And I thought we did a great job of that in the first half. And in the second half, things got away from us a little bit in terms of just they were able to beat us off the bounce and get the ball to the basket a little bit more. And then they had a couple guys knocking down threes. But I mean, that's what good teams do, is they adjust on the run, and they were able to do that. And unfortunately, we didn't have a counter for it tonight.
All right, with that, we'll open it up to questions.
How much did rebounding hurt you tonight with advantage?
You can ask these guys. I mean, that was the number one emphasis going into the game, is that we felt we had to stop the penetration, but more than anything, keep them off the boards. We felt like, we could neutralize some things, but we had to keep the second and third opportunities away from them, and that hurt us, obviously, as the game went on.
Playing without him tonight,
Yeah, that hurts. Anytime you lose an all-conference player, it hurts. But, I don't know if they put an asterisk by your name in games when you're playing without people. Everybody does it. It's just our turn to do it tonight, and we did the best we could.
How about James and the job that he did?
He did a really nice job. And I look out on the floor. We got 2 freshmen, 2 sophomores playing, and a junior. A good portion of that game. We started the year out with basically a complete turnover with guys coming off of injuries and guys that were new to our team. And, I'm really proud of what they did.
Theo, did they just kind of wear you down in the second half? Do you feel that way maybe?
Maybe we just relaxed a little bit, but I feel like we had the great game plan going in there. It's just we weren't able to execute in the second half.
What was clicking in the first half for you?
We were shutting down the penetration. The penetration killed us second half. They got a bunch of dump down passes and easy layups.
You guys went a little high-low there the first half.
Yep.
How well is that working?
It was working pretty well. Anytime you can get it to seal on the backside and get it to somebody like this that can pretty much dunk it off with a straight vertical, that's a nice luxury to have.
Yeah. And what do you think about James?
I'm proud of him. He came up and stepped up real big this week, and you can't say anything more about it. He just did what he had to do when we needed him.
James, your role today, obviously you knew it was going to be a lot bigger. How did you feel about that?
I just tried to play my game and play for Tim.
Yeah.
He wasn't able to be up there, so.
Yeah. How much was that on your mind, not having Tim?
We tried to use that as motivation. We knew he could be out there, and he brings fire to our team. And him not being out there, we just all had to step it up individually. It's unfortunate we lost Mike in the game with 5 fouls, but like I said, he did what he had to do when we needed him to.
How tough was 44 to guard down there? You looked pretty physical at times.
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
When you just have that much size, then you have an advantage over a lot of people. But just try to play my best. Get lower than him.
Both of you are coming back next year. How much confidence do you take away from this year going into next year?
We got to build off of it, and we got to the semifinals this year. We got to make it to the finals next year. Otherwise, we got to look for the next thing to get better.
Also, the future looking, do you think, James?
We just got to keep pushing and take this and learn from it. And just go flying out of the gates next year.
Coach Brett Puss, his last game. How much has he meant to you guys?
He's a rock solid young man. Obviously, he's up in the top 2 now, or maybe he moved into 1. I don't know where he's at with the 3-point shooting, but he's a classy young man as you're ever going to find. And the job that he has done this year as our only senior, being a leader with the new group of guys that I mentioned before, I can't, say enough nice things about him. He has given us everything that he could over the course of 4 years. He's been very durable in that he's been able to play in every game that we've played in the last 4 years. And, he's had a great career, and we certainly miss him.
Demetrius Miller for them had a big game, 24 points. Did that surprise you at all? Or?
No, not at all. Our history with Metro goes way back. We have tremendous respect for their team and how they play the game. And if you're on Metro's team, you're a good player. I don't care if you're first or 12th man on the team, you're a good player. So we know that anybody's capable of having good nights. And you just take a look at his stats, you know that he's very capable of going out. And he did a very nice job in terms of controlling things when they needed a big shot.
Looking at the season as a whole, how do you feel about the coach?
Right now, I don't feel good about getting beat, obviously, but, you know, as I told the guys in the locker room, if we can take a step back and take a look at, you know, what they've accomplished this year, knowing at the beginning of the year that, you know, people were kind of projecting us to be a 500 basketball team. You know, we had some guys coming back that played for us a couple of years ago when we made the run to the Final Four that had experience, but all three of those guys are coming off of major surgeries. We're very fortunate that Theo got through his major surgery this year. Unfortunately, we lost a couple other guys along the way here, but I'm really proud of what we accomplished this year.
Any other questions? All right, thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.